Hey guys, how we doing today? All right, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite topics here, Ultimate Fighting Championship. I want to give you a rundown of my top 10 fighters based on performance, and here we go with my list. Number 10, I'm talking about BJ Penn. BJ Penn, as you know, is the lightweight champion. He's a fantastic fighter at that weight. Really tough guy to take down. His defense is incredible. BJ Penn, he's got wins over some top athletes like George St. Pierre. He's been welterweight champion. He's the lightweight champion. Recently, he defeated Kenny Florian in an excellent match. He gave a fantastic performance there. So right now, I think BJ Penn is at he might be at his peak. He's doing fantastic, and look for him to keep on winning. Next on my list, number 9, is Dan Henderson, and right now Dan Henderson is a free agent. He's probably going to re-sign with the UFC. The UFC would be foolish not to re-sign him. He's a fantastic fighter, and he's got a lot of potential. He's probably one of the top contenders in the middleweight division. If anybody can beat Anderson Silva, Dan Henderson stands a really good chance. The first time he fought him, he won the first round, and then he kind of messed up in the second round. But it was looking like Dan Henderson had a really good shot at one point. Yeah, Dan Henderson, he's a great fighter, and that's why I got him at number 9. At number 8, I got Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is a beast. He's a monster. But I think what's really great about Brock is that he brings a lot of a lot of personality to the UFC. He's like their number 1 villain right now, and it gets the UFC a lot of media attention. He's a very interesting guy, and people are drawn to him. Even though he doesn't have much experience, he's been dominating like crazy based on his athletic prowess, his physical prowess. He's going to be tough to beat. If anybody can get in there and destroy him, I don't know who it is. I mean, Shane Carwin's got a chance coming up in November, but I'm still going to go with Lesnar. I think Lesnar's got a better shot at beating him. Right now he's the champion, and he's probably going to be champion for quite some time. And my number 7 on my list is Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes is like a UFC veteran, and he's gone on such incredible winning streaks, and he's got wins over guys that are phenomenal. Like he's got wins over BJ Penn, or at least one win. He's got a win over George St. Pierre, Royce Gracie. Matt Hughes is an excellent wrestler. He's just an all-around tough guy. I hope he keeps fighting at that level. I mean, he said recently in an interview that he doesn't want to take fights against these young guys who are looking to get a title shot. He wants to fight people that are already established. He wants to fight guys with a big name that are kind of going downhill. He doesn't want to take a risk. That's a little bit disappointing, but I hope Matt Hughes gets in there with the top guys in the biz, and I want to see some more performances from Matt Hughes. Then I'm going to move on to my number 6, which is Thiago Alves, the welterweight. Thiago Pitbull Alves is a really strong young guy. He's tough. I think he trains at American Top Team in Miami. He recently fought George St. Pierre, and even though he lost, he had a fantastic performance. He really, I think he made St. Pierre sweat a little bit. But Thiago Alves, yeah, he's coming off some big wins. He had a big win against Matt Hughes, a win against Josh Koscheck, both top guys. And then coming up, he's got another big fight. I forget who he's going to fight, but it's definitely going to test him. So even though he has a lot to prove, he's already proven a ton, and I think he's a great fighter. Probably a future welterweight champion. I'm going to move on to my number 5 pick. My number 5 is Quentin Jackson. Rampage, I'm picking him because recently he was the UFC light heavyweight champion at 205 pounds. He knocked out Chuck Liddell the first round. He got a win by decision against Dan Henderson in a very competitive fight. And his only loss came via controversy. He lost by decision to Forrest Griffin. Other than that, he's been dominant. He's destroyed Wanderlei Silva, Keith Jardine. Quentin Jackson's got the total package. He's got great knockout power. He's got jiu-jitsu skills. He's a good wrestler, big, strong guy. I think people like him because of his charisma. He's very flavorful, and he's just kind of a wise guy. Likes to mess around. But you can watch him on The Ultimate Fighter Season 10, along with his nemesis, my number 4 pick, Rashad Evans. Rashad Evans is another guy who's top on the light heavyweight division. He's been the champion. He was the previous champion, and he's gone on a winning streak. Like ever since winning the Ultimate Fighter, I think he's got he had 14 wins in a row. A devastating knockout kick to Sean Salmon, I think. But Rashad Evans is really good. He's a great wrestler, but he likes to use his boxing a lot. I think he should rely more on his wrestling skills, but Rashad Evans is definitely one of the top guys. His only loss comes by way of Lyoto Machida, who is my number 3 pick. Right now, Machida is the light heavyweight champion. Pretty soon, coming up in a few days, he's going to be going up against Shogun Rua for the title, and that's going to be a very competitive fight. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And the thing about Machida is he's very elusive, very hard to determine what he's going to do. Nobody's really figured out a game plan to beat him. He's a Shotokan karate master. And he even has samurai blood flowing through his veins. He's a very crafty fighter, and he could be champion for quite some time. I'm going to move on to my number 2 pick, which is George St. Pierre, who's an absolute tactician. He's a scientist in the octagon. He knows what he's doing. He's got great strategy to take you down, to dismantle you. George St. Pierre is a fantastic athlete. He keeps his body in top condition, as well as his mind. He's always focused and determined. I really admire him. He's my favorite fighter in all of the UFC, and I think he's just going to keep on winning because he's strong at that weight. At 170 pounds, he is the man. So, yeah, I'm all about GSP. Next on my list is Anderson Silva, number 1. He is like the guy right now, like unstoppable. Anderson Silva, he's got devastating Muay Thai, fantastic Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His striking skills and his boxing skills are top-notch, and he's constantly working on that. I think he's got the footwork and the angles down. He's been fighting for so long. He really knows exactly what he's doing, and it's tough to find anyone who can match his skill set. Right now, he's the middleweight champion of the UFC, and I think he's just going to continue dominating and winning match after match. Like I said, the only guys that really stand a chance against him right now are Nate Marquardt and Dan Henderson, Vitor Belfort. But, he's already beaten Dan Henderson and Nate Marquardt. And he's beaten Rich Franklin and beat him for the title, and he beat him in a rematch. Anderson doesn't have a whole lot left to prove. He wants to move into the heavyweight division. He's already made a name for himself in the light heavyweight division. I think he could probably compete against a few of the heavyweights. Anderson Silva is just amazing, so that's why he's got to be my number 1 pick. All right, well, I'm going to end this list, and I want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.